Hi, my name's Claire McIntyre and I'm a trainer with Insight Health Apps, and today I'm just going to be guiding you through how to use your Genius Quanta Capsule. So by now you've downloaded the app and you've entered your email and created a password. So you've created a user profile and it brings you through to the Import Quanta as your first page. As you can see at the top, the directions as to add all items to the tray. At the bottom, a timer bar and a multi-layer tray. Right now, we can't do anything with them because what we need to do is to upload the frequencies from our practitioner. And you will have gone through with your practitioner what your specific needs are, whether it be for a current health issue, weight gain, sleep. So there are various different options depending on your practitioner's background and the programs of frequencies that she's able to send. So to get going on this, you will of course have discussed it, and on the top right hand corner here, the three lines, if I tap there, it brings you through to a menu, and I'll just run through these quickly. They're pretty self-explanatory. We've got the import Quanta code, that was the second option, cancel, and the upload voice and image, and I'm going to cancel that for the moment. Playlists, obviously empty, nothing in there at the moment. So add fractals, I'll come back to these, but these are really cool graphic images that you can, quite mesmerizing, that you can add to your balancing frequencies experience. So I'll explain a little bit more about those, but as stated, they are a powerful healing tool and you get to select from one of 7. So back, and e-learning, that gives you a short online course. You can either go through or not, your decision. Back again, instructions, I think that's probably self-explanatory, 2 short videos there, and okay, contact support, pops up with an email direct to support with your device details, and all you would do is just add a few details in there if you have an issue, technical, most likely, because there's not much wrong that would or much that would go wrong with the Quanta Capsule. Relatively simple to use. So change password, self-explanatory once again, and profile which you created to log in, and of course log out. If you actually log out, you will lose your frequencies, so you don't need to do that. Just leave the app open on your device. So right now I'm going to go to the import Quanta code, and I've copied the code that came through on the email. I'm just going to paste that here, tap OK, and it's generated the frequencies that were forwarded by my practitioner. So, a couple of options here, and as you can see on the top purple button, add all items to tray, and I'm going to tap all, and this white bar at the bottom, I'm just going to double tap quickly so it pops up, and on the right hand side I'm just going to scroll up gently so you can see that I have the rest of the items in there. So they're all in there, though you may not be able to see them all. And to collapse that bottom tray again, just tap quickly twice and it collapses. So, okay. And the timer for these frequencies, you have a choice between 0 and 30, and it's the horizontal bar here. So orange on the left, light blue on the right with the white dot. And the white dots is the timer selection, and it shows how many minutes you have chosen on the right hand side. So typically I think they advise anywhere between 7 and 15, and you would need to check with your practitioner actually how many times a day you're likely to need to do this. I think average is twice a day, obviously with nothing too stimulating in the evening, otherwise you won't be sleeping at all. So I'm going to just select the timer now for 9 minutes, and I'm going to press play in the bottom right hand corner, and there you go. The holographic image comes up and the red bar is in the timer section, and that will move across the and populate that bar as your time elapses. So I'm just going to tap play again to actually stop the frequencies, and if I tap top right, I'm going to tap add fractals, and I'm going to select let's select clarity and begin. So that takes you back through to where you have the frequencies loaded, and if I tap play now, then you can see the graphics and the images, the fractal images appear. So now I'm tapping the back arrow, which is top left. You can see it a bit clearer there, and that will stop the fractals playing. So one of the other options, like I say, because you get to choose which items you would like in your tray, and to play, I'm going to tap the purple button and remove all items. So I'm going to do yes. So you can see that the bar is now empty, and you have to be careful here because I'm just going to select a few items, concentrate on the chakras and the 5 to 8 hertz, and with my little finger, because these lines are very close together, I'm just going to hold my finger in the middle of that line, and you can see that heart chakra engages, and I'm going to do the crown chakra. Once again, holding it in the middle, it engages, and I just flick down towards the multi-layer tray. Let's do the brow chakra, flick down, 5 to 8, and flick down. So you have to be quite careful with that one. It is very touch sensitive, but I now have 4 items in that multi-layer, and I could quite happily do a balancing session on just 4 items out of the whole mix. So now tap play, and the fractals are still there. Okay, so if I tap the back arrow, it stops the fractals from playing. I would need to go back to the menu, back to the fractals, and tap clear on the top right, so that unselects it. Go back and tap play again. Oops, she says. Tap play again, and fractals are no longer selected. So I think that's it. One of the other things to do is, once your 7 days is complete of using those frequencies, you will need to contact your practitioner again to refresh the selection. And so if you go to the top left in your menu and tap upload voice and image, you would enter your practitioner email here. Do that quickly. I think that's spelled correct. Okay. No, code is incorrect, so it's asking for a code. Let me see if I can just talk you through this. It's relatively easy to follow. You would put in your practitioner's email there, tap OK, and it takes you through to a voice recording page. Really simple to follow. The time is set for 15 seconds that you need to speak. The instructions scroll up at the top, and that's where you state your name, A-E-I-O-U, continue talking for 15 seconds. That is after having tapped the record microphone on the right hand side. So you tap the microphone, and then follow the instructions, A-E-I-O-U, Claire McIntyre, A-E-I-O-U, and over and out. You tap OK on that, and then it will take you through to a picture recording. Sorry, your code is incorrect. Yeah.